voted against impeachment and then celebrated the results of that vote. To Democrats, it's party. You see, the border, this country is a party for them to invite the whole world to come on in.
Like it to see, see, What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Make sure to hit those A's in the chat if you can hear your boy speak. What is up, my family? Good to see you all. Oh man, we had a great day today, didn't we? All right, let's display the screen over here, man. What are we looking at? What are we looking at tonight? Man, guys, we had a good trading day in the morning, right, with the Arca Bulls trading team. We also had a pretty good session in the what is it called? The earnings trades today with with Disney, PayPal, and ARM. Right? So yeah, I agree. Options. We had an amazing day. I'm not gonna lie, man. We really did. We really did. But I can't I can't say that, guys. I noticed right now that the playback volume was open, so I'm sorry if you heard doubles on the music. Right, that must have sounded weird through the YouTube. But apologies on that. I'll make sure to make a note not to have that happen again. Damn it, Tarvok, what's up, man? Good to see you here. What's up? What's up, Joe? Hey, oh, I see my family up in here. I see my family up in the Arca Bulls team. Joe H, what's up, buddy? Katie Cat, OGG. What's up, Senor Pennington? Zoe African, what's up, guys? Good to see you all here, man. Good to see you here. Options, I see you in there too, buddy. Ian, what's up, man? What's up, buddy? And Coin is hanging out with us through the YouTube, right? He's trying to, man, Coin, I love you, buddy. I love you so much, man. But yes, so team, let's, why don't we, take a look at the broader market first, right? And then I will say that I do have to, I will say that I do have to look at a couple small caps, right? In respects to actually, a very nice donation that came in yesterday for $20, and I actually never looked at it, or yesterday, the day before yesterday, right? Yesterday was Mom's Day, right? Usually on Tuesday.
Let me get a bite.
Yeah, man. Usually on Tuesdays, I end up going to my
make sure I'm not mute.
to my mom's house. Yeah, careful, buddy. Live mic. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No big deal, brother. No big deal. We're chilling. What's up, Ian? Yeah, man. So yeah, usually on Tuesdays, I end up going to my mom's house, right? Taking my son so you can see grandma and grandpa, and that you know, it becomes a little tough to create the pre-market preps, but it's all good. It's all good. You know, we got to put family in there as well. But you know what? That would be ideal, actually. I'm actually thinking of doing that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Coin, maybe I should close off the Discord during these streams, so that we can all join in YouTube and have the conversations there, so that we could get the algorithm to really bring in some more people for us, right? Never really put it to a deeper thought than that. So I'm gonna mute this. I'm gonna mute the guest channel here, because that's usually where Cryptic and Coin and Options speak. But let me just and OGG, right? So let me go ahead and mute that, so I can get some temporary tunes in here, right? And then we'll get some stuff over. Oh, thanks, Katie Cat. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm not even kidding. It would be actually pretty cool to get the team over there, so that we could get some more volume, or you know, we would really caress and finesse the algorithm of YouTube and be like, oh, okay, this guy's cool. You know, maybe we should bring some more people there. But know for a fact, team, that what I am doing is actually trading in the dark with the Arca Bulls trading team. You know, I'm Katie Cat, I see you. So damn, that was quick. So just know that it's something that we do every single morning, right? We're there, we make it happen, right? So what I'm going to do here is actually present to you, YouTube, the invite link, right? So go ahead and click on this link here. What I would suggest is that you sign up. Oh, sorry about that. That's our link to this. That's the link to this YouTube stream. Hold on just a moment. Let me go ahead and edit that link one more time and copy it. It said copy, so let's do it again. So here you go, you guys. This is the link to the Discord. make sure to join, but subscribe with your computer. Subscribe using a computer, not the phone, right? Because I don't think you're going to be able to do. I don't think you're going to be able to do it through a phone. So when you do it through your computer, then you can go ahead and access everything with your phone. Then everything will be cool, right? But let's go ahead and let's go ahead and take a look at the broader markets right now, right? We want to take a look at the SPY. I want to actually take a look at the SPY against the whatever the ES is currently doing right now. In fact, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do that right now. So let me type in the ES right now and choose this expiry here, and let's see. Okay. Very, 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 very impressive run, team. As you can see here that that the ES, S&P 500 E-mini futures contracts are reaching 5,020. Guys, that is massive. That is incredible. And you know what? Also with the SPY, it reached 498 today, getting so close to that 500 mark. We spoke about it today, right? Me and the analysts spoke about it today. We were noticing the potential of reaching that $500 target on the SPY today. So very, very impressive times. Notice here that we're playing a very crucial part here. Your exponential period 9, 7, your SMA 10 against the EMA 21 on a daily time frame. It's such a clean guide towards that upside, right? Very, very clean here. And it looks like we got a 1, 2, and almost a third test of the EMA 21 before a massive continuation to the upside. Little tiny bull flag right here, continuing onwards and upwards. Let's take a look at some metrics here, right? So let's look at volatility versus momentum on the daily time frame. And you know what? While I do see this in a small curvature here, I actually do see this as a continuation to the upside even still. So yeah, we definitely have some iterations here, historically speaking, that we can move on up to, right? So we're currently sitting at about 93% stochastics. This can reach all the way to 96, 97%, and still be able to, and still be able to pull back a little bit and continue. Man, I don't know. The markets are incredibly frothy right now, man. So other than this, let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Let's see if we have any more immediate short-term suggestion. In fact, this thing is completely erect. Wow. We have a massive upside pivot here with complete expansion on the 4-hour time frame, and it does not have any give. Right now on the 4-hour time frame, we have a 24% ADX with the DMI Plus leading on top, which is DMI Plus is bulls, right? And your moment or your trend is a strong trend, right? At 24%. Whenever you are at 25% ADX, you are definitely in good standings, right? With whatever side is leading, bear or bull. So right now, bulls are leading the way. So DMI Plus on top, right? And check out the daily time frame. More importantly than anything, we're at just about a 30%, almost a 30% on the ADX. So when you are at 30% on the ADX, team, that is a very strong market trend and support, right? So this is it's apparently telling us that we could still continue to the upside. Let's go more immediate though. Let's go to the hourly time frame and see what we have there. Okay, so hourly time frame. Oh man, we already faced a pullback and now we're bouncing off of that, off of the SMA 14 on the RSI, right? So yeah, and finessing this can actually show us an upside pivot in the more immediate short term. So if I can look back at a shorter period, we'll do a look back period of 1 with a smoothing factor of 1. And so check it out, right? We definitely have an upside pivot here in the earliest look back. So stochastics are looking really good. Present contraction, right? I do think that this is only getting ready to reload yet again in the immediate short-term time frame. Hourly time frame, as soon as it starts breaking that 50-20, this will likely continue to the upside, team. So it's just everything is pointing up. Everything is pointing up, looking very, very good, which actually makes me curious over which actually makes me curious over the Russell, right? So the Russell is actually I'm not gonna lie, man, it's actually experiencing a little bit of pressure, and I think I don't know, man. I honestly think that the small caps may actually face a continuation to that downside for the short term, right? Until the markets do decide to pull back small caps may be facing pressures, right? Not all of them, of course, right? It just may be facing pressures overall. So you can see here that we've actually had, a few weeks of downside here, right? Temporary upside, but overall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of red here, and this 8th day is very particular because we are now falling beneath the SMA 50, and that could signal a short-term, if that could signal a short-term upside to about 1961.80 on the Russell 2000 Index Futures, right? If we do get that resistance there, that is very likely to face a downside. Not only because of the SMA 50 validation, but also because the EMA 7 and the EMA 9 would be paired with the SMA 50 as resistance on a daily time frame. Also, I mean, look at this. We're using that EMA 21 on a daily time frame as a very clean resistance and guide, right? So this is small caps may continue to face some pressures in the market. So I would be very careful with your investments or with your long holds on small caps, right? Because we're already peeking through beyond this EMA 200, right, on the daily time frame. Failing this right here would introduce the Russell 2000 for small caps at 1906, right? So that's going to be your inflection point right down here. I'm not sure if actually by the time the Russell 2000 reaches down here that the broader markets would be ready for a potential correction. And if that is the case, then I guess it would be just I guess it would be a traditional double bottom here. But remember, team, when we have that SMA 200 right down here, it starts to get a little more real for us, right? So there is a chance here. There is a chance for a deeper correction for small cap. So please be very careful. All right, I'm just gonna put it out there. But yeah, this was a good outlook here for the ES. Well, for the futures contracts for both broader markets and for the small caps, right? So let's take a look at a couple other things here, right? Because we have two small caps that we want to take a look at. First of all, we want to look at that created symbol and also ticker symbol STAL, right? Stall. So two of those tickers, right, of which I've promised to take a look at, right? So today at market close was a good thing for us to achieve, right? Because now we're going to have a deeper clarity for tomorrow's price action. So let's take a look at that right now, right? Let me just press on auto here. There we go. There we go. So let's do VOCL. I think it was D, right? What's up, John? Good to see you here. Okay, so let's pull up VOCLD on a daily time frame, and I will say that actually I think Created Inc. recently shot me a follow. So man, I should have added them for this, but it's okay. It's all right. All right, yeah, let's take a look at the details here. So yeah, the asset has been facing, no joke, such an immense amount of pressure, and it is almost channeling on this downside here, with the exception of that one crazy wick, which is, oh yeah, that was the reverse split here. It looks like the asset went through an RS, right? This is what I'm talking about here. We're in the season of we are in the season of dilution, right? So this is where tools like Dilution Tracker become very useful. So this is to identify potential, RSs here. So if we look for these things, then there could be reason for the asset to find some type of reaccumulation here during these periods, right? So just to actually let me actually see how that. It's funny how we can't even see it on a 4-hour time frame. Let me see the daily where it went. All right. Yeah, let's go. So yeah, it went to 20 cents, right? So this was, yeah. Let's see the let me pull up the 4-hour or even the hourly time frame here and see how deep that corrected. Yeah, interesting how we can't actually see it from a 4-hour time frame. Very curious. Very curious. Okay. All right, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and grab the potentials here for this stock. Let's see what it's got. So daily time frame, upside pivot, very, very attractive actually. Upside pivot on stochastics. It's entering the bullish control zone here. We definitely have expansion happening here. And let's see if we have a corrective pivot. immediate short-term pressure, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So let's look at the hourly time frame and see what we have in store. But as far as the 5-minute time frame, we are breaking down below the EMA 200, right? So while we're breaking down below that EMA 200, that puts us at risk of having either a failure or a bounce to from the SMA 50. So if we do face a failure here from the SMA 50, I will say that this will face some downside here, and that would be to your next or to your 5-minute inflection, which could be around 170. But overall, yeah, and then failing that 170, of course, will introduce the potentials of 144 to about 133. Be very careful with this too. This is it's very, very volatile and dangerous at this point because of that RS, right? So hourly time frame is also showing us that it does have that immediate short-term downside, right? So very likely for this to start testing that SMA 50 come intraday, and we're gonna start testing that SMA 50 here for a potential bounce. But know that that SMA 50 bounce is also paired with the low of this candle right back here, which could be down to the area of about 180. So let's just go ahead and present that as a potential here, right? So let's get rid of the moving averages now and take a look at what that's looking like, right? So yeah, I would say right about here. Let's draw a box for that range, just for whoever is in this, right? 180 to 193. That's going to be a critical area here for a bounce. And like I said, if we start to fail that, then there could be a continuation to the way down here. That's don't want to be a part of that when that happens. Okay, so Aaron, what's up, buddy? You let's see, you made $650 bucks off of the 22 shares I bought at 403 per share on ticker symbol HOLO. You sold it at 30. Nice, man. Are you kidding me? That's an amazing run, my brother. That sounds like a similar story, man. 80 bucks to 650. Nice, brother. Congratulations to you. I am very happy for you, Aaron. You kill it, man. You kill it. You keep going. All right. Do not. Maybe you should take a day off of trading. I'm going to be honest, right? Because usually when you make that kind of money, the market tends to take it back, right? So maybe take a day off, recollect, come back into it with discipline, right? Come back into it with a clear mind, and then you'll remember that it's not about the money, it's about the process, and it's about the practice, right? So be very careful with your gains, brother. Make sure to never give back what you've already accumulated from the markets. All right, team. So anyway, 4-hour time frame here for VOCL. Let's go ahead and go back to that, right? Let's take a look here. So 4-hour time frame, yeah, it's already showing a little bit of weakness here. That is telling me that we are set to come back down for a potential correction, right? And a temporary one, right? We need to validate these things as we continue to move up. Yeah, man, 1,100%. That's ridiculous, bro. 80 bucks into $650. Imagine if you put $8,000 there, bro. Ooh, man. I love those. We love those. My goodness in heaven. But anyway, team, yeah, 4-hour time frame starting to show a correction here. So I will say that if the 4-hour starts to really show a curvature here, then there may be a deeper correction. And I will give you that target too. In the event where there's a deeper correction for VOCL, this would be the area of immediate interest for me. Right at this zone right here, 151 to 160 before a bounce, right? So let's just see if it works out there. But regardless, actually, you know what? Let's pull up a moving average here and see if there's anything in store for us there. Yeah, everything, man. You're at the last grace right now, man. You are definitely at the SMA 10 potential resistance, and we are validating the EMA 200 right now on the 4-hour time frame for a downside. Yeah, this is very likely going to test these levels down here come tomorrow into the following day. And just know that your daily time frame average true range on this ticker is about 88 cents, right? So if you start kind of pairing the bottom sides of things, then yeah, right, it's starting to look a little more like you could do this 50-cent run. So I would be very careful, team. I would be very, very careful with this. Okay, and if you are in this ticker, there's nothing wrong with pulling out some of that position and repositioning if you are really bullish long term. Okay, be very, 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 very careful with this. Aaron saying, got it. I am sending my 650 straight to my bank account. Trading next week. Let's go, my brother. That is right, man. Make sure to trade responsibly, right? Use risk management, right? And these are unique opportunities, man. You know, and brother, who turns $80 into $600, man? Congratulations on that, my dude. I'm very happy for you. I'm very, very happy for you, and so is the team. All right, so that is it for ticker symbol VOCL. Let's go ahead and, you know what? The person that was going to ask me about ticker symbol STAL is not presently here, but it's all good. I did have some notes regarding STAL, right? It's potentially on a breakdown. Let's see. Careful with that one, options, buddy. Usually, it's $2, just faced in RS. I'm not even sure if it's under an SSR, and it's probably really expensive to borrow. So if you have competitive locate fees for your broker, then probably good, right? But if you don't have a good locate fees, then maybe choose another one here. Yeah, dude, yeah, because those can be very, very pricey for even the borrow rates are stupid. Let's see. So I'm also gonna look here just in case, right? So I don't want you to put your cash into something that could really kill you. It doesn't have a short sale restrict. I actually don't. VO. What was it? VOCLD. Yeah, no, nothing. Nada. ZJYL is tomorrow. Got one share for the 1 for 20 split. Let's see what oh, that's right. That's I heard about that, right? Guys, the thing is that I can't tell what the hell's going to happen here. You know, it's going to be very difficult for me to determine what that's going to be. This entire chart is going to be off. And what kind of a split is it? Is it a forward split, or is it a reverse split? Is it a stock split? What are we doing? It's a forward split? Okay, so, well, technically that's a really good thing for the asset, so. Man, yeah, I can't tell you what it's going to do, but I will say that, let me see the 12 hour. 217.01, it's still at that same valuation. Yeah, it's a forward one, right? Okay. If, geez. This actually broke the rules here, too. What I was saying here is that when I was evaluating this, I was saying that this could be the fake out target, right? The 304.21. So it reached that target there, but the true target would have been around 509.87, slightly above the all-time high. So, but now that you're getting that forward split, dude, there is no telling what could happen here. There may be a potential continuation to the downside here, potentially I would say anywhere between an 18 to 24 point correction, 195, right, whatever the equivalence will be at the forward split valuation. And or this thing could capitulate on a huge wick to the downside for an enormous distribution and reaccumulation down to 147.29 to 159.04. If that happens there, then you know that this is a pretty critical area, right? This would be inflection. You break this, you're definitely buying it, man. And that would be a drop into this zone here. There is a small gap of which can be it can be, let me see. There's two. I would put this one before. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. It would be around here if it drops further, right? 107.44 to about 110.13. But remember, what I'm talking about here is it could be like a flash, right? A shakeout of sorts, and then it could reaccumulate. There's no telling what this is gonna do, team. But just know that that I'm looking at those potentials if it does tend to do something weird, right? So I haven't heard of that ticker HOLO, to be very honest, but I can go ahead and take a look at it. But before we continue here on HOLO, I will extend the invite for the Arca Bulls trading team one more time, right? Make sure to click on that link, YouTube, and join the Arca Bulls trading team as we are trading the financial markets on a daily basis, starting man, from the pre-market, right, all the way up to the areas that are considered to be most liquid in the markets, right? We're learning all that stuff, right? We're teaching it all day long. So, and then right now, actually, we've been playing the earnings plays too. So some in the early pre-market and some also afterward into the post-market. For example, today well, me personally, I nailed 5 good trades along Disney, PayPal, and ARM. And so let's see, during the day today, we nailed another 3 good trades. I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, team, we did NVIDIA and Tesla, right? We did pretty amazing today. And I will say that we cannot take things like that lightly, right? We don't let the psychology get into your head, right? We make sure that we just take the wins as they are. We followed the process. We did good. Next play. That's it, right? And we did amazing, man. We did options. I agree with you, brother. I agree. So please, team, make sure to click on that link. Subscribe using a PC, and then everything will be accessible to you via your phone. Know that it's not only to trade with me and other talented traders live, but it's also a place where you can gather some of my personal scripts that I've written for indicators and trading strategies that you can implement into your software here for further guidance, right? I'm about to share some other really cool indicators, right? As some of the members already benefited from today. The auto divergence locator, RSI, right? That's another one that I did just provide for the team. So just know that I will continue adding more and more tools to our belt, right? And this is actually, you know what? I do have it right down here. This being one of them, right? We just released this. This is actually the reversion variant, the RV2, right? So this one here identifies the mean, identifies your, here you go. Let me see if I can just get you a more balanced outlook on a ticker that's not doing this, actually. Damn. So the reversion variant 2 is, look at ARM. I can't do it. I can't even do it on ARM either. Which one didn't do anything ridiculous on the after hours? Well, here you go. Maybe this one, right? It sort of did too. Wow. Anyway, yeah, it's a Bollinger Band volatility indicator that actually identifies for you the mean, one standard deviation away from your mean up and down, and 2 standard deviations away from your mean to the top and to the bottom side with labels, right? So this is an active indicator. It continues to track this for you, right? So as we were moving to the upside here on Meta, we were already able to tell that this would be one of the top sides here based on a 2 standard deviation push from a mean, right? So yeah, team, these are just one of the indicators, one of the strategies that I do include into the Arca Bulls trading team scripts, right? So I will continue updating more and more awesome strategies and algorithms for you to benefit from in a systematic manner. So go ahead and continue and click on that link, join, and we shall see what's up. What's up, Tim? Look, filings, YouTube don't allow linkies. Let's see. So Tim is saying, we'll see, I guess. You got that in text. I'm looking at filings. YouTube don't allow links. Wait a second. It should allow it for me because I'm the channel owner. Tim, are you able to see this here? Oh, sorry, you were talking to someone else. Sorry about that. My goodness. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, go ahead and click on that link, Tim, and join up. Let's go ahead and take a look at ticker symbol HOLO and see what it's got for us, right? So, let's see, and then we'll move on to the other plays. Oh yeah, Tim, my apologies, right? Tim is saying, hi, Arca, thanks for what you do. I was talking to Aaron above. Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. Thank you so much. I was a little bit confused there. But, I'm just trying to pay attention here to the chat, and that's the way that people get me, right? I can become a little gullible when I'm in the zone. Speaking of business things, they'll say things like, I'm sofa king. But anyway, team, HOLO on a daily time frame. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. Wow, huge run. Is this based on? Oh, it was okay. So it's got a 1-to-10 ratio RS. I'm telling you, man, we are in RS season here, man. A lot of things will start to potentially dilute, right? So let's see what the potentials are here for this asset. So let's see, $18. It ran up to 25. It stopped at 25.60 post hours, and it ran to 50.97 on that news. Wow, that is absolutely massive. I will not for a second lie to you here, but it is a very strong potential that the indicators and the technicals here have been flashed temporarily, right? For example, this, right? You have a massive upside pivot here on your stochastic momentum. But if you take a look at your RSI and you look historically, you can see here that there has never been an iteration where we have jumped to 96.74% on a 12-hour time frame. So that's already telling you that it's actually discovering all kinds of new technical targets here. So this is more susceptible to a pullback at any moment. I'm not sure, right? Because I don't know the fundamentals behind this. So with that said, take whatever I do say with a grain of salt. Okay, but if we look at the more immediate short term, then we'll be able to tell what this thing is currently doing. At the moment, right now, the 5-minute time frame still needs for other moving averages to start catching up to it, right? So at this point, we're crossing beneath the SMA 50 and using the EMA 7 and the 9 as a guide towards that downside. If we still continue with that guide towards the downside, the likelihood of failing the 2384 are greater, which means that your next inflection point or the inflection point will be reached, which is right back here. The 1910 is a critical zone, okay? I will say this. So if we start combating that 1910 or succeeding the underside of that, price action is likely to do something like this. Price action would bounce here one time, right? Reject from this candle to this candle here, right? Right around there. Rejection at that point, which is sharing right into the prior bar, right around there, right? Then you will actually continue to the downside, bounce from the EMA 200, which is this one right here, and then validate your resistance right here, which is going to be this candle here. When you validate that resistance, you will continue to the downside and zigzag again. SMA 200 zigzags to the EMA 200 for validation, and then you have a continuation. Okay, so be very careful with what happens here next, because this is a traditional breakdown setup. Okay, so this is actually something that I see all the time. I see it every single day. Now, here's your most. This is the clue here, man. The paramount, right? Look at this. You have an enormous amount of declining volume here with all this inclining price, right? So when you see price increasing like this, right, accumulating, and then you have your volume dropping, that is a bearish divergence, price versus volume. Okay, so that means that there could be contraction in the immediate short term, which there is, right? It's already reaching to a mean. So if that continues, that can tell you that there is just no interest in purchasing the asset at this time. That does not mean short. What it means is that nobody is interested, and contraction will happen, and the price will naturally start falling. People will take profits, stop losses will get hit, and so on, right? So this is typically how things tend to happen. Please be careful, right? Because at this point, it's not under attack or anything. It's just under, potential contraction. All right, so the hourly time frame here is still actually at maximum expansion here, but I have a feeling that it's going to start pivoting towards that contractive zone soon enough, right? And the reason I can say that is because of the bearish crossover on the RSI, crossing beneath the SMA 14, entering the bullish control zone, but it's bullish control zone entering into the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile. That means that if it enters here, it can get gravitationally pulled into the following zone, right? So that we need to find out where that's going to be. So let's go ahead and pull up some moving averages and find out where that bottom side could be for us. Immediately, I'm already noticing that we have the SMA 200 or the EMA 20, sorry, right at $8.31. I know it's far away. I get it. We still have one more moving average here, and I do think that is my EMA 21. Let me just go ahead and take a look at that. So 21 and the 200, I have not colored it in, of course. So let me just make sure that this is bright and ready for us. There it is. That is our EMA 21 right here. That is going to be the likely bounce here to validate your area of resistance of 1896. And guess where that EMA 21 is located? It is located. Look at the left screen, not the screen that I'm on here. Look at the left screen. See that EMA 200? See the EMA 21 on the right screen now? That's that point where I said we would bounce and we would reject, right? Confluence. This team is for me, unless psychology takes over in a massive way, it's set to distribute here. It's going to distribute a bit. There's no interest in buying such an expensive asset. It's going to likely return to a mean. So if I'm suggesting a mean reversion, what the hell is it? What is it going to revert to? Well, that's why we have the tool that you can find inside of the Arca Bulls trading team, reversion variant. Let's see. So let's find out where this thing can revert to. Okay. 1 standard deviation away from the 2 standard deviation extension here is saying that we could go down to around 22.95. And the low of this candle here went down to a low of, let's see, 23.72. So very, very close to the 1 standard deviation bounce. So if we do continue, the mean reversion on an hourly time frame states that we can return back to the area of around 1096. That is a huge downside. And I will say that it's not out of the cards, right? Look at this area here. There is a chop zone right here. So if we look at this in a 15-minute time frame, you'll see, right? All of this right here. This is where it's saying that we may land. Okay, so be very, very careful again. Okay, team. So one more thing that we can look at here just to try to validate some larger time frame moves, right? Let's go up to the 4-hour time frame and see if we have any validations of not yet, right? Maybe the 3-hour. Let's see the 3-hour, how that's looking. Yep. Okay, the 3-hour is going to do it for us. Let me pull back just a little bit like this, right? Just to get a little bit more of a space here, right? And it's just so much RSI happening here. Right. So, yeah, let's take a look at some of these iterations. I actually don't think I'm even going to see one. Wow. Oh, my goodness. That is. Okay. Luckily, there is one. All right. So, yeah, what you're noticing, let's see. Yeah, what you're noticing here are about 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1 and 2. Yeah, we have 1 and 2 drives. And this is called hidden bearish divergence. Okay. This is momentum making an upside, while price action at those pivotal points is making a downside right up to here, right? So here's your next, and here's your next pivot, which was right about this point here, making a lower high, while momentum is making a higher high. This is momentum bearish divergence, hidden variety. Okay, so those things are already, and it's already validated. Right, so this is likely to continue to the downside. 3-hour time frame is telling you that the SMA 14 is likely where it's going to bounce. That team, that is it's validating a lot of crap for me. Okay, this is on its way down. We definitely need to shift the psychology here. If somebody says something bullish about the asset, great, but know for a fact that there is pressure to the downside, and we need to be careful moving forward. Okay, so OGG say AKA is going to make and acquire bag holders for all that buy it now. Yeah, please don't buy this now, right? The discount is not going to be 18 and it won't be 15 either. Okay, in fact, remember the hourly time frame reversion variant on the hourly, which is the one that I think that we're headed towards, may actually take us down to around $11. Okay, we already bounced from the first standard deviation multiplier. That means that we could revert back. Team, remember, on average, your price movement in the stock market tends to move usually 2 standard deviation multipliers up and down, right? So that's your traditional wave, right? Your sine. So please consider the mathematical potentials within this, but also know that you have your own trading style and you know more than I do as far as the fundamentals of this. I'm just speaking to you mathematically and by psychology, okay? So that is going to do it here for ticker symbol HOLO. And yeah, damn, that's just, this thing is so shocked, it's crazy. Good times, team. Thank you so much for listening in. Please make sure to consider hitting that link that I posted right above. I can go ahead and share it one more time here with the YouTube team, and we can go ahead and get some more members to join and kind of follow very talented traders like CoinTrader, right? Like CoinFox. We have the options in there with us, joining us, and we have a Cryptic Trader and some of my very favorites out there, like OGG, right? Off-Grid Gorilla, love you, buddy. Thank you so much for assisting the retail community and the Arca Bulls trading team with their plays. CoinFox actually led it yesterday, man. I stepped out of the stream yesterday, and CoinFox took it, led the team to another 2-3 wins, man. So so congratulations to you, CoinFox, and to the team for following that play. And yeah, man. So, dude, what? No way. CoinFox, let me know what it says. What does the news say for? Is it this? What's going on with microcloud? Or but what did it say? I'm not seeing anything new. I just want the team to be careful, right? I just want them to be careful here because it could lead into a pretty dangerous move to the downside. And I hope it doesn't. That's not what I hope. You know. I mean, I'm sorry. The downside is not what I hope for. I hope it doesn't create bag holders. I don't want to see anyone losing. So I hope that this information can provide some clarity, right? Because I know what it's like, man. I know what it's like. You're literally buying this thing at freaking $2 and you're at $50 like average, but you're halfway down that $50. It's like man. But man. You know what I mean. But it is in the best interest to retail, right? So please be very careful on this. But yeah, man. So it was ARM. It was ticker symbol ARM that gave us a massive earnings play win today, man. That thing. Oh, you know what? I could actually share it with the team, right? So let me just go ahead and you hit it. You hear it? That's the celebration horn. Hit it again. Yeah. And that's like DJ Arca. Oh my goodness. Dude, okay, so check this out. Let me go ahead and present to you the image for the play, right? So that I personally did. Right, so this is my Dash Trader window, and I'm going to go ahead and present it here to you guys. So this is, let's see. Let me just extend it just a little bit here. And this is, so this is my play, right? This is my play for today, for the earnings, right? So you're looking at my initial entry here, right under $98, right? So you can see here, team, that I'm actually pulling profits, right? Pulling profits, re-entering at confirmations, right? And by the way, right, please remember that I'm actually buying into the strength, selling, right, repositioning, buying into strength, and then selling again. So this was the entire play here for the ticker symbol ARM, right? It was a huge gainer for me today. Congratulations to those who actually took advantage of this play. You guys, awesome. DJ Arca. Bro, tell me what is up, guys. Woo! Celebration time. So coming into the Arca Bulls trading team, you do have access to some of those soundboards, right? So you have access to the soundboards. We always mess around in there, guys. We're always posting memes up, all kinds of stuff, man. But it's a good community. It's a lot of fun. And I couldn't ask for anything better, man. But guys, let's go ahead and move on here to the next Dilio and see what else we got in the markets, right? So I do think that we had. Oh, you know what? We determined that there was probably no pre-market earnings plays tomorrow. Did we for sure that? I think Penitent put that image up. Let me get it again. So that was right here. Yeah, we said no before open, but oh, right. Okay, so yeah, Pennington, thanks for sharing this, brother. So let me just go ahead and pull this image back up for the family and take a look at what we have leading into mañana. All right, so let me just kind of make this a little large here where everybody's getting blinded as hell, right? Huge white screen here, right? So we have Thursday coming up, right? So yeah, I'm sorry, let's see. So yeah, Thursday we have Affirm, Expedia. Let's see what else we got. Other than this, I think we're gonna have to run Cloudflare too. Okay. So CoinFox is saying, yo, hit that like button. We need to break 20 likes in the resistance now. Guys, that is the resistance presently. Make sure to break that resistance for a squeeze. Let's go. Thank you, team. Thank you, team. I really appreciate everybody for contributing, right? Yeah. So, other than that, team, I'm thinking, I forgot, Cryptic Trader did mention another one, aside from Affirm, Cloudflare, and Expedia. I think he said, I forgot which one he said. He said one was another mover that we could consider for the plays here, right? So I forgot which one he suggested, though. But it's okay. We're going to get Cryptic Trader here a little later, and then we'll ask him to see what he thought, right? But, I mean... Yeah, guys. Yeah. Let's just kind of move on here. We could even run a little bit of a back test on some of those too. But you know what? No. Oh, team, here you go. So if ARM today ran this massive continuation to the upside, what's to stop this from continuing, right? We didn't even run a back test on this one, but PayPal, we did run a back test and it completely capitulated here. So let's see what it's done historically. So if we are running on the earnings candle, right? Let's take a look at this, because PayPal, Disney, ARM, they could be in play tomorrow. And then Meta, of course, and Nvidia, of course, right? Nvidia is currently making its little dance here, right? It actually distributed right perfectly to some of the targets that CoinFox provided for us. He literally said this morning at around 8 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. my time, he said, I think it wants 709, and CoinFox nailed it on the dot. Congratulations, my brother. That is absolute fire, my dude. You killed it. Killed it. Yeah, pins. That's the one that would be a big mover. Thank you, bro. I knew that he said something. Thank you for pointing that out, right? So so let's take a look at ARM right now, right? Because ARM is presently breaking. Well, actually, you know what? We'll do PayPal for now because we do have the data here. So let's look back at the back test that we ran. And I do have one more ticker to look at with you, team, that fired off a massive signal for a continuation to the downside that is historically known to go down for 2 weeks before its earnings call. So let's go ahead and hold off on that ticker for now, and let's go over the PayPal right now and retain some of the listeners here. Galvin, what is up, my dude? Thank you so much for sharing that with the team, man. I can't express how much gratitude I have towards all of you, right? I really appreciate it. Team, let me just take a quick little sip of water here, and we will continue with this data. Just a quick moment. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so here we go, team. Let's go ahead and take a look at the PayPal data. And please take a look at this, right? This was a 1-point move on the candle of reporting earnings, right? But notice how it continued to the downside, right? So this was on a bearish play. Let's go back to the prior iteration. This was earnings for, let's see, in May of, this is for the reportings of May 2023, May 8th. May 8th. It was, May 8th. Oh my goodness. So this was about a 4-point move, and it continued to the downside even still. So it's a pretty consistent ticker. So here's another one. 7-point move from the reporting candle although it did have a little deviation, it did continue to the downside even still eventually, right? So maybe 2 days after or even into the same day power hour, right? So let's continue and see what's up. Here we go. So this is completely inconsistent here, right? We have a downside here. It did lead into the next day. Actually, that was the same day. Oh my goodness. So yeah, check it out. It continued to the downside and then it reverted. So let's see if we have any more data allocated there. No, we don't. So we have, out of these 5 iterations, or 5, 4 of them continue to the downside after getting this this downside on the reporting, right? So this was, yeah, so check it out. This is the reporting candle right here, right? So this is the one here, and it continued to the downside. So, oh yeah, Spirit Airlines is another one, but I don't know the airlines as much myself, my dude. I don't know their behavior. And yeah, man, it's been such a cool time here. So Lil AR15 saying, yo, options, I've been saying Nvidia to 700. Yeah. Lil AR15 has also been in the same ride, brother. He's been well, I've known Lil AR15 to be talking about the chips plays for quite a while now, right? He's amongst the you know, very little followers that I had when I was covering small caps and micro caps. Would I get you know, people like Lil AR15 asking me to take a look at your blue chips, right? It usually came about like him. So you're long Nvidia? Oh, dude, nice. Dude, it's probably gonna make a bunch of money, man. Long hold on that one, buddy. Okay, yeah, so PayPal could be, what I'm saying here, team, is that PayPal could be in line for a continuation to the downside. So let's keep this in mind, right? So for the immediate targets to the downside, we have, I'm going to plot them out right here for us, right? This could be one of them right down here. 56.48 to about 57.48. Damn. And the 50% of returns would actually be paired with this pivot here at about 57.12. Let me do the 57.12 right there. Right, and we'll put it down just like that. And leave this thing probably another color. Right, here we go. Okay, good deal. So now let's take a look at that ticker that I'm talking about, team. There is a ticker that we've already done a back test for a earnings play, right? And it has shown, it's this one, ticker symbol ALB. So let me see if I can pull up the data here. You're going to be pretty surprised about what the data is suggesting here, right? So this is the analysis on this has only been presented to the Arca Bulls trading team so far, right? So this is the data here, okay? So today marks off Wednesday, February 7th, okay? This means that, historically speaking, 2 Wednesdays prior to the earnings call, right? Because this is going to be reporting earnings on February 14th, which is 2 Wednesdays away. So 2 Wednesdays out, this has consistently made massive declines, right? So take a look at this. This was the last earnings reporting here. You can see it with the E down here. It's on red, right? You can see the E right here on green, right? That was a positive earnings beat, earnings miss here. This was an earnings beat and an earnings beat, right? But despite all of that, the 2 weeks prior, the 2 Wednesdays particularly prior to the reporting, there has been a downside. This one here, 95 point decline. This was a 34-point decline, 43-point decline, and the one that slightly deviated a little bit during the trade here was 21.69-point decline. Even still. So historically speaking, this is set to move to the downside, and today is Wednesday, and we got the closure today. So back when we were backtesting this about a few days ago, we were noticing that there could be a push to the upside, and that push to the upside could be right around here for our back test. So we tested this for closing on Wednesday today. This was, I think it was on Monday or Friday, right? On Friday or Monday. We guessed that this would close at around 114.29 today. And we closed today at 115. Pretty close. Congratulations, team. Round of applause, right? Everybody's in sync. Everybody is absolutely, in the same page here, right? Round of applause. Okay, so let's adjust the targets for us now. Now that we have the Wednesday closure, we can adjust. Here we go. And we still have this data to look at, right? So this means that we can adjust our points of interest ever so slightly. Okay. All right. Was there one more target to this? No, not quite yet. Okay. So here are the targets that we are looking for based on historical price action, right? So of course, this has the potential to move anywhere from 115. Yeah, we're looking at a potential, 13 to 15 point move to the downside based on this data here, 13 to 14 points, right? So this could be a target of about 101.17. The focus around 102.57 with a top side of about 104.07. Now, the reason we have that is because we also ran the statistics on it, right? So this is the data here. We have an average from the 4 iterations that we backtested. The average decline is set to be 38.36 points on average. The standard deviation, if you're familiar with statistics, right? The bell curve, standard deviation curvature, that's 68% of the results, right around the top middle, right? The average performers are landing at a decline of 13.75% points as in whole dollars, right? And I also calculated the upper bounds and lower bounds of the first, second, and third standard deviations for us to observe those targets too. Okay, so naturally, what I'm gravitating towards is actually the standard deviation, not even the average decline, right? The average the mean per se. So I'm gravitating towards this first because that's more realistic. So the 13 3/4 move would put us. Let's see. Where's the 13 3/4 move? I'm going to go ahead and right. Let's plot it just like this. See if I can get close. There we go. 99.10. So if we get that's naturally a psychological target, right? Breaking the $100 mark. So I will adjust this to favor this downside. Now, the reason why I chose that 102.53 is because we have the 1.272 geometric there. But remember here that we actually backtested. Yeah, it's actually going to be it may actually be a little bit different here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just a little bit different because we're meeting geometrics at this point. Yeah, this one would be right down here. That's the 99.10 target, right? This is going to be the 102.09 target based on the 1.272 retracement, and the top side of 104.30 based on a historical pivot. Okay, so at this point we can look at further targets, right? So first of all, this is our go-to target right now. We want to see a move down to the 99.01, right? But know that there's a resistance here, a support actually. I'm saying resistance because we're playing bearish, right? So this would be a resistance for the bears. So, but if you're looking at this in long, of course, this is a support. The 1.272 at 102.09 to 99.01, statistically speaking, right? This would be your first area of interest right in here. Furthering this to the downside would lead us to the geometric mean, the 1.618 golden ratio, right? That would take us to about 99.21. So that means that we can create a little bit of space here for our statistical drop of a decline of minus 21 points, which would lead us to the second range target to be this right over here, 89.74 to 91.21. Right around there. Okay, and now of course we have other ranges to take a look at, right? Just in case. So now also we are running a head and shoulders formation. The head and shoulders formation has a psychological price objective of 81.28, which just so happens to be right near the 2 fib, right? And then we have the rest of the statistical downside targets as well. 76.50, rhyming very nicely with the 2 spot 272 at 73.71, right? So we can always keep that into consideration here, right? It's not out of the cards. It's definitely in the statistics. While they're not certainties, they are still probabilities, right? And then the adjusted target would be 61.67 to 65.86, right? This would be your bottom range. Gets a little washy here, right? Because it's the third standard deviation, and anything after the third standard deviation could be considered as non-viable. So please, please, please be very careful with the way we treat this trade next. But this is now in play, team. The Arca Bulls trading team already knows about this play, and they are completely in. I think they may be even positioned already. Right. So let's see. Oh, how am I reading this? Open interest is 5,500 at the 105 strike puts with February 9th expiry. My goodness in heaven. People know. Yeah, you guys are probably going to open up in the money starting tomorrow. Right? So I was suspended from trading today, personal rules, for facing a max loss on yesterday myself. So I actually did not get to open up my position on this intraday. Right? So actually it was a day before yesterday max loss, and today was no trade a day, just simulator trading for me today. Except for earnings, right? So earnings, I cut off the I lifted the suspension, and I went green on the day. Right? So I was not able to open position on the ticker symbol ALB alongside with the team. But that is how rules go, and that is just how it is, man. So if I don't respect my rules, then what process are we here to follow? Right. So please remember, team, that this is a very, very interesting play that can lead to several gains towards the downside. Please play at your own discretion, and know that we're going to be playing this every day leading into the earnings call February 14th inside of the Arca Bulls trading team. Right. So please, again, I'm going to go ahead and share that link for you to consider joining the Arca Bulls trading team. Right. Subscribe using your computer, and then everything else will be available to you through your phone. So CoinFox saying, wait, sorry, I missed that on ALB. Did you say dump or pump? Complete a dump as statistically speaking. Oh man, check this out. 2 Wednesdays prior to reporting. Right, Wednesday. So Wednesday. We have all of these declines in series, brother. So I ran a back test on this, ran the statistics on it as well, and these are the targets. These are the targets based on the closing of today's official close. So this thing is very likely for us to. Oh man, I'm seeing a 123 next target, right? So if we get so it could be something like this here. Like these here. So we're looking at the March 1st. We're looking at the March 1st options puts, and see how it moves on there, right? So 116, 120. I see the pivot. That is huge. So if this thing has it, let's see what it moves on a day. Let's see. Where is the average true range? So it moves $5. It moves $5 on ATR, right? So if that is the case, then yeah, we could be seeing the 120 heavy resistance and then plow. If it does have that, right? The 4-hour time frame is still on an upside, but it's showing some curvature here, and we're declining in volume as we're increasing in price. So there is a bearish divergence there. We have to read this and see how it's going to play live. Hourly time frame, same thing, right? Declining in volume here, ascending in price. Downside on stochastics, and the RSI is already making a curve towards the downside from a gravitational zone. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But yeah, there could be a little bit of a pump to the upside before the actual dump. How else could we potentially read this? Yeah, this is it's a failed falling wedge too, unless it faked out the bottom and then it realizes its target, which could be one of those that you're speaking of, right? So let's take a look at that. Actually, it would be more like this. So let's see. Fake out. Let's see the biggest target that it could potentially have. Breakout candle was right here. And you're looking at a 122 top. And that would be its final target too. So it's confluent to what you're talking about, buddy. So on Wednesday, let's see what it did historically. That's a good point. Let me see what it did historically on a Wednesday. Oh, here we are. Okay. So upside on this Wednesday. Am I on Wednesday? This was a Wednesday here. Let me see the 12-hour. Oh, right. Okay. Let me do the 12-hour instead. So downside on this Wednesday. Downside on that Wednesday. This Wednesday here. It was almost a spinning top, right? But it did have upside. Let's continue analyzing. And this Wednesday here was upside as well. Okay, so we have about 2 upside Wednesdays and 3 downside Wednesdays. So what do you think? NYCB. So based on this data coin, what are you thinking, buddy? Or are you noticing something on the book? Yeah, broke down and reclaimed support. It definitely did on that four quad bottom here. Let me look at this on a higher time frame. 17 hours inside bar. Let me see. Oh, it's closed after hours, huh? That's right. Let me see the yeah, so there's a potential here for a very, very low volume inside bar on at the close of tomorrow. Let's take a look at the buy daily. If this were inverse, it would be a dark cloud. But let me see the 5-minute time frame, the 5-day time frame. Sorry. The probability of completion, yeah. And then you have your inside bar here. Nope, no deal. 1 day to close the weekly. So if this thing doesn't reclaim, Yeah, so you're talking about the prior week high or the prior week open. So the prior week open would be 118.71 to a top side of 123.49. Let's see the bi-weekly. Still a day and 18 hours to close. 21 days to close the monthly. Yeah, I think so it is kind of a 3-week play. So it may be in the immediate short term we can see some potential upsides here, validations of resistance, and then maybe eventually it'll start to kind of complete its potential to the downside. So and then we'll see about how to reposition or position here, right? Options was already scalping the crap out of this. Oh my goodness, dude. So let's keep an eye on this, right? Let's keep a keen eye on this and protect ourselves from potential harm. And damn, dude. I need to hold on just a second. Let me create a new chart here. Let me see this. Let me do a whole new chart. Yeah, over 114 that would be kind of Mr. Levitz, please remind me, brother. We're just going over the plays that we're going to be playing literally into tomorrow. But hold on just a moment, my brother. What was I going to tell you? All right, monthly. Let me put this on log. Hold on. Because this thing is following a pretty nice regression, right? Freaking again with the diagonal lines, I get it. Let's see how I can favor this, though. I don't want to force it, but I think I see it. With these two contact points. Wick bases on this one. Hold on. Could it be? Could it be that I'm actually facing an ascending broadening wedge? Dude, okay. So usually when I play with the team this formation, there is the biggest capitulation would be found on either test 2 or 3. So we have test 1, 2, and 3. So test 3 is showing a big potential downside. Bi-monthly break of market structure is already it's already kind of bleeding beyond the bi-monthly low. Of course, it's reclaimed, but and we also have a million days until that goes away. But dude, I mean, this is such a stupid. I can't even like talk about it. Like, did we even look at anything that like ridiculous? Like, did we have anything? And then also we have a daily. But this is a bullish formation that has a resistance somewhere around the 30s, like 130, 132, right? Like right around here. So if that's, but this would mean that it still needs to reaccumulate, because this is test 1 and 2. So that means that test number 3, we come up and test anywhere between that 120 to 135-ish range, and this would capitulate down into a pretty low level of, in this case, if I'm observing the regression, it looks like around $80, right? Potentially 79, I would say $77. when I'm doing this, look, this is what I'm doing. Just putting a guess into that, right? So potential $70, right? So if that's the case, 70 to $60 on test number 3, because this is not ready. Meaning this anxiety here would be kind of a long lasting thing, huge range, days and days and weeks of price action. So if that's the case, resistance should be potentially coming up. And yeah, see that's another thing that I would that I would think too, except that we're on the test number 2 though. That is, it's I don't think I've traded during the last 18 months, well, during this correction, I've traded this on the daily, maybe I would say around 50 times. And none of them have given me a test number 2 breakout. It's given me a test 2 fake out, but never a test 2 breakout. It's always consistent with the test 3 as a breakdown. But dude, who knows, right? This could be the one-off where it screws everybody. Right? So I'm definitely not negating that. And then, oh yeah, so sorry, I was gonna look at the here, because we were noticing some ridiculous number here. Actually, it would be probably the same candle too. So $56. I don't even remember looking at anything that low. But let me take a look at the drawings. Did we actually? Holy crap! Never mind. I think we did. Oh damn. Yeah, actually, yeah. Statistically speaking, that is the lower bound of the third standard deviation at 61. Holy shit. Okay, so, oh, dude, and look at this. The upper bound of the second is 73. So we were already looking at that here. $70. Yeah, look at this. $70 bottom. Oh crap. I mean, dude, yeah, I think if this thing doesn't reject from that 127, I would say 120 to 127, it would get the push to 130, 133. And then this thing would just take an enormous CoinFox. I mean, an enormous shit, historically speaking, brother. So temporary bullish into a massive correction. Oh, yeah. They're super cheap. They're very low risk, right? You're already close to zero on them anyway. Emergency alert server. Emergency alert severe. National Weather Service, a flash flood warning is in effect for this area until 2 a.m. This is a dangerous and life-threatening situation. Do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing an area subject to flooding or under an evacuation order. That is on my phone right now. Jesus Lord, dude. I'm trying to figure out ALB right now. What you mean, flash? What? Guys, I may or may not be alive tomorrow. Oh man, it's getting ridiculously hot in here, team. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and take a 5-minute recess. Let's come back to this in 5 minutes, right? Got to wake up my little boy from his nap, just like we did the last time, right? And we shall return. I'm gonna go ahead and turn up a little bit of the tune here, and let's get back to the analysis, team. And I will look at, for you, Mr. Levitz, ticker symbol COSM as well, right? So thank you for your patience and thank you for waiting up for me. But yeah, I just need to get my little boy up and running and have my daughter hopefully take care of him for me for just about an hour. All right, team. So let's take a small recess and let's continue in just a bit. Yeah, dude, it's still raining, bro. Still raining. Damn. So just we'll return in just a moment's notice. All right, team. Thank you so much. See you soon. Man, I can't tell you how difficult it was to wake up that little guy, but he is good to go now. And we are also good to go. What is up, team? Thank you so much, everybody, for being patient while I wake up the little guy over there, right? So he's taking his nap. He looks like he is completely rested, right? And it looks like we are potentially ready to go, right? So, yeah. So, where are you, Levitz? Are you still in there, buddy? Let's see. Dude, imagine it were that easy. Oh boy, I would be a master of that game. But, Mr. Levitz, let me know that you're still in the chat before I continue here, because there is one more small cap that, or micro cap that I need to take a look at, right? What's up, Mr. Levitz? Good to see you here, my bro. Okay. Sorry, guys. I thought I heard something. My dog was acting sporadic. Anyway. Okay. So let's pull up ticker symbol. Let's pull up ticker symbol COSM. I used to be a data analyst for this company. My contract recently expired on this, and they did not renew the services, I imagine, because of the obvious, right? But nonetheless, we could absolutely take a look at it. I was completely statistical analyst for the company, and recently received my last pay from them. Right, so let's see what it's got in store, as this thing has been on an overall decline over the last, it looks like over the last few weeks. Damn. Talk about pressure, man. My goodness in heaven. Let me see what it's looking like on a daily time frame here. Let's see. Yeah, so this is also following. Remember that it's said, I'm not sure if it's been demoted, but it's said that COSM is running under the Russell Index, right? So let me take a look at that. Let me put the IWM against this. Okay, so yeah, it does have some. I'm not gonna lie, it does have some correlation to the IWM, which is responsible for the small cap outlook, right? So let's put this on log. Hey, leave Gizmo alone. Leave him alone. No, leave him alone. No, sit, get down. Sorry, guys. It's just my cat likes to come in here and chill at the window, and my dog is like, as soon as he jumped down, he's like, oh, whoa, what's going on here? You can't pass. I'm like, no. My dude, he'll like, and then he'll come up to me like all sad because my cat slashed his face. I'm like, dude, what are you doing around him then? Sometimes, I swear, man, sometimes they sleep together and they're good, and then sometimes they're just the worst of enemies. It's ridiculous, right? But all good. Anyway, so yeah, what you're looking here, let me just try to, there we go. Yeah, at times it could be a little bit of an inverse correlation, but generally speaking here, over the last few weeks here, a couple months at least, man, it's been pretty dead on with the IWM. So I know that this pressure here to the downside is actually starting to show some inversion, right? Specifically to the here, right? You can see that there's an upside here and just a massive downside, but I'm not sure exactly what's happening within the I'm not sure what's happening here within the fundamentals, which would cause this thing to happen. But daily bearish engulfing here, followed by a continuation candle, and this candle looks to be pretty damn convincing for a continuation of that, right? Oh my goodness. Let me go back to the daily time frame here. Yeah, this is not looking the hottest ever. In fact, let me go ahead and start taking a look at a couple things here. All right. So some of the obvious things to point out here. Daily time frame stochastic momentum is starting to show it's a bit of a nosedive here with expanding volatility. So that means that when you're getting volatility expansion, right, the transactions are actually multiplying faster and faster. So this is the dispersion of returns, right, on linear. So that means that you're getting transactions here, but the transactions are leading towards a downside. So you're hitting the throttle towards the downside, and you can already see that there's an uptick on bear pressure, right? So got to keep an eye on this. Got to keep a close eye on this, as this would present some danger to the longs here. Hans, leave him alone. Leave Gizmo alone. Let him climb. All right. Anyway, this guy over here, man, he really can't. He wants to get slashed in the face again. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and take the IWM out and take a look at some critical moving averages too. Let's see what else it has in store. All right, daily time frame. Yeah, failure of the EMA 21, failure of your SMA 20, and of course, right? The freaking can't even catch up here, man. That's such a huge downturn. The EMA 200 way up there. But it's currently using the immediate short-term moving averages, into close consideration as a guide towards that downside. So let me take a look at this here and see what else we have as far as the macro timeframes. I want to know what it's potentially doing, because in all honesty here, this could be a weekly or even a bi-weekly falling wedge, which can show some bullish price action, but know that the falling wedge is a formation that creates lower lows and lower highs converging. Right, so it comes with a bit of a salty outlook. Yeah, EMA 20 very much in sync with that. I don't think I'm going to get anything aside from that, you guys. And EMA 7, yeah, EMA 7 and 9 completely in sync. And yeah, the SMA 5 completely on a downtrend. And you also have a brand new iteration here on the 5-day time frame, a triple moving average crossover. So that is the SMA 5 crossing below the 10 and the 20, and that is present and alive. And it has been creating back-to-back triple moving average crossovers towards the downside, man. I can't imagine not being short this ticker at this point, right? This is ridiculous. So let's go ahead and take a look at this potential that I'm observing, right? So this is what I'm taking a look at as kind of the hopium metric for COSM, right? So in fact, it's actually probably a bigger one too. Yeah, it is, right? So I mean, yeah. So whatever. Let me draw the bigger one first. Right, something like this. I will tell you what I don't like of this formation. I don't like all this here because it's not converging. It is converging here, right? I also don't like that you're at 75% to the apex here. And usually 65 to 75% the apex to these formations are the breakdown or breakout areas. What is in line with the formation, it's declining volume. Declining volume paired with the lower highs, lower lows, that is signaling that you were in the formation in the first place, right? But in my personal opinion, I do think that the formation is not located like this. I do believe that it's more along the lines of what we were originally drawing. So something like this. And I will say, oh, never mind. This is actually a failed right-angled triangle. Jesus Lord, even worse. I'm not sure if it's going to create a fake out here actually too. Jeez. But likely not. If there is a pullback on this, which is not really showing it, I'm going to try to find it. 97.64 could be its potential top side here. But there could be, options. Gizmo with two Z's. Gizmo with two Z's is my little boy. That's that little guy over there. He's chilling by the window. That other day we went over there to get beat up by some undomesticated cat. Came up in here with a bunch of bruises and a bunch of his nail was busted open. He was bleeding. Oh my goodness, man. I was over there like, bro, now you got to get me to start caring, and I feel so bad, and I love you. All right, I don't want to see you in pain, man, but what the hell are you doing outside? You don't even belong out there. All right, so this guy, he smelled like pine. I can totally tell he climbed up a huge tree or something. Oh my goodness. But he came back knocking at the door like, pew, pew, pew. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? But it's all good, man. It happens. It happens to the pets, right? So let's take a look at the breakdown targets from this formation here. Enough of the gizmo talk, right? So yeah, this would be the first candle breakdown. Honestly, it still has 5 days, 18 hours, so it's a brand new iteration, right? So let's just speculate here, right? So the bottom side target for this initial downside here would be around 65.36. Right, but I will say that sometimes this tends to be a little bit of a fake out at around 50%. The first take profit for it to retrace and start either regaining its inside of this formation, or to validate its resistance and then continue. Right, because it did have at least 2 touches of its support, which signal that it is within the formation too, and you have a regression, very very obvious regression. So anyway, the second actually, you know what? Since we are so close, that is the center of the target there, right? This is the center. So since this formation tends to break down closer to around 65 to 75% to the apex of the triangle, this is the center target. So the biggest target that this could face would be towards this side of things. And now, please, I'm gonna remind you of something too, that this could be to the upside as well. Okay, so that would be signaling a 46.49 potential bottom side on this. If I were to put some geometrics here from the prior swing low to the swing high, yeah, it's pretty damn dead on with some geometrics here that are irrefutable, right? So this is your 1 spot 618 70.96 to the psychological price objective of 65.61, and then of course your 2 spot 618 golden mean here at 42.09 to the psychological take profit of 46.31. So you definitely have some confluence here, and I will say that if this doesn't, or if it does reclaim the inside of this triangle, then you're going to be looking at quite a different story. So this would entail a breakout potentially here somewhere, so we could be in a chop zone for the next maybe month, and then over maybe a month here, this thing could probably reach $2, which is the resistance of this range here, right? If it does move on beyond those $2, then your top side target could be a further one, and that could be located right at about 278, which is this prior chop area here before it capitulated lower into this new zone here, right? So yeah, it's just it's doing things like this, right? This is also another triangle, right? This is a right angle triangle here, failure, right angle triangle here. What's to say that it won't fail again? I'm just using iteration here, but only because we have 2 or 1 prior iteration does not mean that the next one should be it. It's only 1 iteration after all. But otherwise, this would be known as a ladder attack or ladder downs, right, on a larger term time frame. So yeah, I think oh, did it really do that? Let me see. Let's see here. Oh, goodness. I thought it was an inside bar. Oh, my goodness. I'm like, damn. Were we getting a signal here from the get-go already? That's what I was thinking. But options are saying they did allow me to withdraw. Okay, sorry. You're talking to somebody. Yeah, the rain, it happened. I mean, we had a break today, so I went out and changed out the struts in my car, right? And that's cool. So literally an hour later, it just started pouring. I'm like, damn, that was a lucky shot, right? So yeah, that is the outlook here for for COSM. So immediate, let's see. Immediate short-term time frame, yeah. Some resistance coming up right at about 84.84. And man, I will say that it's in the gravitational zone. Let me see the LRC as well. Oh, dude. If this is able to sustain, then your next topside target would be 88.91. That's a big if. A big if. Not sure that it can actually sustain that. And this is in price discovery too, man. Let me see. Yeah, it's in complete price discovery. There's no prior iteration lower than the present. And the buy daily time, no way it just did that, bro. Wow. Dude, this is one massive buy daily bearish engulfing. It's also a bearish buy formation, right? So this would be your coin calls this the three rising methods. It could be also because it has the wicks, right? This could also be your three white soldiers, right? Temporary upside, failure of that top side, and continuation paired with bearish engulfing. So damn, man. Yeah, no good. And it looks like the buy daily close already happened. This is likely to continue to the downside. Quick little recovery here, maybe that 88.91, but from there I do expect this to continue to the downside. It's a complete bearish setup. So be careful, man. Be careful. This is going to be oh, nice, Candace. Nice. This is a deep crab harmonic. Hey, Devin, how you doing, brother? You know what, man? Screw it. Yeah, sure. Guys, I have room for two more small caps, and that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the large boys, which is where we usually play in the Arca Bulls trading team, right? And I will say to please consider joining the Arca Bulls trading team by hitting the link in the chat that I just posted up, right? Hit that link, join using your computer, and then everything will be accessible through your phone. So subscribe. You got it, Levitz. I got you, man. No problem. I'm happy to help. So yeah, why don't we first of all, let me go to my Twitter. Hold on just a sec. Okay. Let's see. I am after the F, folks. So ticker. I am live now. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and keep into consideration here that ticker for my brother. Oh, dude, that's really nice of you, man. Thank you so much. Dude, this is your fifth super on a live stream. Dude, to be honest, man, I think COSM, it's part of the telehealth. It's part of the telehealth group of assets, right? It had a good promise, but it just didn't fulfill, man. It didn't pull through. I know that there could be pressures via broader market pressures and whatever else, fundamental insider stuff, right? But damn, dude, yeah, just not sure how not sure, man. But they also terminated the contract with me. I can see though. I understand, dude. They were just facing a lot of pressure. But Devin, dude, thank you so much for that, dude. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that ticker symbol, FOXO, and we'll follow up by looking at one more small cap. Oh, dude, you got it, brother. Thank you. I mean, that really means a lot to me, man. Not the best thing to look at an inside bar, right? Although it is a bullish candle, it's actually released very little of which, not bad, but it is closed. Okay, so let's take a look at this range here, because I know a bunch of people are going to tell me Arca, there's an inverse herpy derpy in there, right? So it's just lots of these. I will say that lots of these wicks to the upside, this is weakness. Okay, that's a bull exhaustion, and bull exhaustion after a drop here. It's just what I would say is that there's a shot here every other day as an opportunity for someone to just take whatever they've already kind of lost, right? So if you start backtesting on the buy daily, how often these spike ups happen, you'll start to notice that there is a structure to that, right? And you'll see that this is the way that a small cap asset or a micro cap asset survives. So this is, how else are they going to survive without, with whatever? But yeah, these are pumps. I mean, honestly, I have to say it in the way that it is. But yeah, it's usually about it's a pump and dump. All right, and not by influencers, not by anything like that. It's just a pump and dump because of it's a survival. It's potentially a survival. I don't know. It's a survival instinct or whatever it is. But it does happen on average. It does have a structure to it. So it would be pretty important for you to observe how often those happen. There is an average here. There is structure to this chaos. Okay, so let's go ahead and just now that I have that out of the way, right? Let's go ahead and pull together here the hourly time frame and observe what's happening here within momentum. Literally. Okay, so expansion is starting to contract. Right, we're completely at the 90% here, and with that contraction, there is also a potential downside with your hourly time frame stochastics. Right, so if there is a downside here in the immediate short-term time frame, that means that your RSI would essentially figure its head and shoulders. You can do that in momentum, right? And this would start to dip into the SMA 14 looking for support. But guess what? This is the gravitational zone. So 60% to 62% of the bull strength percentile is gravitation. This facing a downside into that SMA 14 will potentially succeed the underside of the SMA 14 for a continuation to the downside. Okay, and this now please remember that all of this that I'm saying, it's all relevant to each other, similar to COSM, because of the pressure to the downside that the IWM is facing presently, and that is due to the upside of the broader markets. Usually there is kind of an inverse correlation between the SPY or the S&P and your Russell or your IWM, right? So just know that there's usually an inverse correlation there, right? So while the S&P rockets, right, your small and micro caps will usually face a little bit of pressure to the downside, and then when you start getting that correction from the broader market movement, then all of these people here are going to start dumping in on the cheap, right? They're going to start buying up these small caps and micro caps to run them up. Right, so as soon as it's a wave, man. It's a wave. You have let's see, right? You have this run up here being the S&P and the broader markets, right? And then you top it off and continue to the downside. During this run up here, right? You're actually still facing the downside of your small caps while you're getting that run up. So as soon as you start getting that curvature at the top side of your S&P, right? Then this drops like this. Then your small caps start to make their run, right? They start making their run while this is already capitulating lower, right? Then this would be your mid caps, right? Then your small caps following alongside that trajectory, right? In this type of sequence here, right? And then they would continue on and on an infinity cycle, right? So it's important to observe the sine wave. It's important to observe how broader markets affect affect the cyclical behaviors of the small cap, mid, large into chips, right, into megas and large. So there is a structure that needs to be followed naturally. So it's not really the predators. It's more like the predators are taking advantage of the downside because they know cyclically that this is where the downside happens. So they're going to go short heavy, so there's going to be a lot of shorting when it is the downside, but it's like that. You may be facing a quiet period from a lot of these small caps during the upsides of the broader markets. So you're going to be noticing, okay, well, my ticker or the fundamentals in my ticker, they're saying that they're going to go into a quiet period. Well, that's because they know the cycle, right? So as soon as the S&P and broader markets start facing that downside and that pressure in the markets to the downside, then you're going to start seeing the release of catalysts in the small cap realm. They have them there. They have them stored. It's in the filings. You just have to read it all. What they bet is that you're not going to read all of that, right? I'm talking about dilution is listed in there. How do you think that they stay away from the jail cell? It's because they write it out. It's for you. It's there. You just have to know how to read lawyer jargon, right? And then you'll be well on your way to understanding the small cap lingo within that filings. But it's there. It's all there, and with the dates too, right? So in this case, I still think that we're probably right at about here, right? For the S&P, we could be topping out $500 SPY coming up. 5,020 just hit in the E-mini S&P 500 futures contracts, right? There could be a shift soon, right? There could be a small consolidation period where small caps will face a consolidation low, and then things will move on. But hourly time frame, like I said, it's in a potential here to kind of lose its top. And that being said, it looks like, let me see the daily time frame average true range. You're running at about 50 cents per day, right? So let's observe. So team, yeah, this is a lot of information that I had to study when I was specializing in small caps. To play the long on a small cap is quite another beast than playing short, right? It does require a lot more fundamental support in order to run the small caps upside, right? It does need deep catalyst and catalysts of specific types. So now. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the 50 cents on average. Today it opened at 29, so 30. It went up to about 40, right? So that's about only a 10 cent average. So it didn't even meet its entire true range today. But from the current moment, right, the daily time frame, meaning that here today at the close of 36.14, this has the probabilities of running either way 60 cents. 50 cents tomorrow. That's 49. That's 0.489. Oh my goodness, sorry. It's 5 cents. It's in here. Sorry, I just couldn't read it clearly here. So yeah, 0.489. I thought it said 0.489. So it runs really, really, really slow. So it runs about 5 cents on average. This made a move of 10 cents today, so which is why it's presently sitting at 5 cents. So tomorrow at open, this has the potential to move 5 cents up or down. Your resistance just so happens to be about 4 to 5 cents on top, right? So around 4 cents. So there's the likelihood here that we may face an upside first to 195.01, followed, to what the hell did I say? 195. I'm looking at this over here. It's to the 39.33 before a rejection here. Inversely speaking, it's a little dangerous here because, dude. Yeah, because then your prior day's close would be, my goodness, yeah, prior day close would be right around 36. So yeah, you may chop around here tomorrow. Oh my goodness, man, this is tough. Yeah, this is really tough, brother. You're definitely expanding here with a downside pivot on the daily. Let's see the hourly time frame. Yeah. Check this out. So you're coming up on resistance to the gravitational zone of the SMA 14 on the 30-minute, meaning short-term upside. Yep. We were noticing that short-term upside already. 39.84 again, right? Let me just give it to you. 39.84 to about 41 cents could be your absolute top hourly time frame. Yep. To complete. So hourly time frame to complete its shoulder, slightly up, face the resistance of the 30-minute SMA 14 at the gravitational zone, right? That's going to be your hourly time frame continuation right into that shoulder completion, then the failure, right? And this would fail because of the gravitational zone here. Yeah, I see a downside coming in on this. It's potentially going to correct and reverse here. Not reverse. I think the pullback would lead to eventually around 34.12 by about Friday. Let me give you the range. This has a lot of data in it, and it's really all over the place. Hold on. There it is. 33.65 to 34.13. Come. I don't think it'll make. I don't think it'll make it by the end of the week because we're already at Thursday tomorrow. Yeah, maybe into Monday you're seeing this target here, and then this is going to determine whether it's going to continue. But failing this area here of 194.51 would introduce minimum your 33.61 into this target right down here of 33.01. But know this for a fact. I'm going to leave it here, jot it down for you. Just know this for a fact, okay? If you start to fail this area here with at least an hourly candle, actually at the most, really, man, an hourly candle may do it for me. Yeah, failing this area here of 32.11 would immediately catapult you into that 31.13, right? And there is kind of a fair value gap right there. So this would likely be a bounce to resistance and then completion of that fair value gap in balance. 30.83 if you get all those things to meet. And on the bullish side, I'm not seeing it because momentum is suggesting downside. It's not suggesting upside whatsoever. Right? So this upside here on the 4-hour time frame, that is to be invalidated because of the cascading of momentum. 30-minute time frame, resistance here. You have the head and shoulders, right? Temporary upside into the gravitational zone. This because of how time happens, right? How momentum cascades. So you have to use the waves of time. So 30 cascades into the hour into the bi-hourly, depending on how large the primary impact is. Kind of like in waves in water, right? So when you hit the initial impact in water, that is going to determine how far the waves continue to cascade further and further. So in this particular case, it really is dependent on how big the impact is from the 15:30 into the hour bi-hourly and then into the 4, 6, 8. Oh man. So so that is my outlook here on FOXO. Please be very careful with this one. Coin is telling me that the IWM may be coming to a 188. So the 188 is dude, that's one of my targets for sure. In fact, I was looking at a 192 to about a 185. Invalidation of that. Oof. This is your hourly gap right down here, down to 180. Right. So let me look at my last small cap here, team, and then we will be done with micros, and we shall continue, right? So this one is GANX per request, and let's see what this is doing, right? So it was correlated with the IWM until recently. Started deviating. It looks like it had some news update. Gain Therapeutics, okay, GTO2287 completely restores motor function in mouse models of Parkinson's disease. Okay, so it is moving on catalyst, which is the deviation, right? Okay, so again, weakness is presented when there are long wicks to the upside, right? So the bulls may be exhausting here, right? And we're also getting some decline. Literally this, right? That we may be getting some bull exhaustion and this upside here. Let me take a look at some moving averages. It's still running, hourly time frame is still running above some critical moving averages, so that's good. Let me pull up the LRC here. Oh, okay. Yeah, there is a little bit of limited upside on this. Yeah, it's topping off at the very top side of the linear regression band, so this could top off one more time at the 497 and the 497 to post market high. But 497 is also this here, the top side of 495. So 495 to about 5 critical target. And yeah, this is likely to come back down again and start testing your 479. From that 479, if it breaks down, that means that your EMA 9 would get broken and you would start testing your EMA 21 at around 461. Let me validate that. Okay, yeah. So immediate short-term upside, definitely the case, right? We're in the gravitational zone of the hourly time frame RSI, right? This would likely get us to pull up, but just like before, gravitation is pulling us back down historically from that point, right? So 2% up, right around here, we will start facing that pressure to the downside. And yeah, just like this here, right? 72.94, that's around 74. It's slightly outside of it, right? So still within the grips of gravitation. And yeah, so historically speaking, we could be facing a pressure here, right in the same targets I provided, right? That 505 to 5. I hope not. Coin, I hope not. Oh, dude. All right. I mean, yeah, there could be a shot of that 533, but it's usually when you come up to those targets, it's probably because of historical price action. But let me see if I can load it. The internet is running a little bit slower here because of the weather, right? It's super windy outside. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that 533 I think would likely get combated by the 528 if anything. In fact, it would probably be right around this pivot here. Right, that pivot was actually a run from 439 to about 524. That's a critical resistance at about 523. So top side for me would be a 523 if it even gets to that level, right? So 523 resistance, but I'm banking on more of about a 505. That's a psychological target. So 505 here, I would consider. Remember, we're talking about paper trades and simulator trades for training purposes only, right? So I would think that position exit should happen right about the sub $5 mark, right? So I would take it at around 499, 498, and probably leave in a couple runners in there to run up to that 505 potential. And depending on how you feel momentum happening, then you could, technically leave the couple runners left to run that 523, but beyond the 523 is completely a gamble and completely a guess. So in my personal opinion, I do think that we'll get that top side of 505, retrace, come back and start testing the linear regression bottom at around 484 before a failure, right? So that failure is going to have us come back to test the EMA 21, and that is about as far as I can see. So yeah, you're looking at about 483 to 505, 505 to 469, and then question mark. All right, so that is what I'm observing here for ticker symbol GANX. Okay, team. So yeah, you know what? I did hear that there is upside happening on ticker symbol coin in respects to the upside. Let's see. Wow, did you see CMG? No. Oh man, are you kidding me? That thing ran like crazy or what? Did it have earnings? Wow. Yeah, nice runner, man. Are you serious? Wait, hold on. What the hell am I reading? Is that for real true? Is this thing really running at $2,600 a share? I didn't even know it was there. It took a dump. What are the options? What's the price on the options at the money? Freaking $4,000 or what? $5,000? That's insane. Oh my goodness, man. Tarvuk saying, I'm juicing. Too much learning tonight. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. You got it, Tarvuk. Please remember that a lot of these notes, a lot of these things, I share with the team during trading in the Arca Bulls trading team, man. On a daily basis, these guys just get to hear me be an idiot, the smartest guy they ever known, the stupidest guy they ever known. Everybody's just getting to know me personally, right? And I have the distinct pleasure of trading alongside some really clever and really smart traders. So, dude, it's an incredible experience trading alongside these fine dudes. And Off-Grid Gorilla stating in the because right now the Masters, the Arca Bulls members are live observing this from the Arca Bulls private Discord, right? So Off-Grid Gorilla just said we make money. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna deny that. Although it sounds so crappy and so superficial to say that, but I am not denying that whatsoever. I love you, brother. All right, so yeah, man, this thing is getting ready for a potential breakdown here, man. This actually has a chance to reach down to 2611. The average true range on this has got to be $100-200. Let me see. It's got to be some ridiculous number for sure. So, what's the daily? Dude, it's a $50, $50.69. My goodness. Off-Grid Gorilla said nothing to laugh about. This is a fact. Facts. F-A-X. P-H-A-X. Jeez, are you kidding? Look at that number. Look at that number on CMEG. It's 266699. My goodness. Candace Morrison. Oh, Tarvuk, next week, your new computer, my bro. Yeah. And then Candace is sharing, yes, guys, it's great. If you're not in, you should really contemplate getting in. I didn't even trade. I'm here just trying to learn some knowledge. Oh, yeah. What better way to observe it from the live execution, from actually trading the play, right? Because a lot of people get the hindsight from me and they see my potential play into the future. Yeah, but what about playing that at the present moment, right? So a lot of the times I give you the targets like I did for ALB, right? I give you the potentials, but how is this executed? How do you make this gain happen? That's a different story. And I say this all the time. It's one thing to call the play. It's quite another to play the play, right? So anyway, the IV is super low. Damn, that's awesome. That's the time to buy. So let me continue on to ticker symbol coin and see what kind of dealio this has, because Bitcoin completely rallying right now. Daily time frame, bottom side of the linear reg. Why? Is it really recovering? Is Bitcoin actually recovering, or hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna put Bitcoin. I'm gonna do futures contracts. I'm gonna do the CME. Coin is very delayed on. Yeah, it is. It was early to the downside and very delayed to its upside. Yeah, there is still some pressure here. I will say that combating the SMA 50 on a daily time frame right here at 124.93 is tough. I would not gain entry at least, and this is going to be an aggressive entry, at least until a daily validation upside of the EMA 21 at 130.93, but the conservative trader will actually wait for a position entry at this point at about 136.85. So 136.85 resistance, if you now get a daily closure above this, and I'm not talking about a daily closure with exposure inside with a wick. I mean a clean daily upside of that 136.96 or whatever that, let me see what the top side is, 136.70. So a clean closure upside of that 136.70 will likely lead price action for a continuation to the upside and a potential test of the 159.87 top side of this range here. Okay, but I personally would not, I know I'm telling you that there's a potential entry here, 130 to around 136. Yeah, 6-point increase, but I'm not sure what that, I'm just giving you the technicals, right? I'm just giving you the potentials here, psychologically speaking. So be careful here. Okay, but this to me is, yeah. So Off-Grid Gorilla saying 49,900 BTC, pulling out for a reboot to 32,500 before the halving. Okay, so yeah, there is some potential. So there's some potential messing around here with BTC as well. BTC is currently sitting at traditional market close 44,400 on Bitcoin CME. That's Chicago Mercantile Exchange futures contracts, right? So this run, I trust the price action here a lot more than I do spot price. Chicago Mercantile. Okay, this Bitcoin CME. Okay. Yeah, so that is it for, you're going to get in early on this. Let me see your 4-hour time frame real quick. Hold on. I don't want to leave you in the dust here, right? I have to go earlier. Damn it. Okay, let's see the hourly time frame. Yeah, dude. There's a little bit of pressure. I do think that coin maybe has one more ride up here to around that 124.69, potential 124.41 to 124.81. And if it does ride up a little bit more, I would be completely surprised. But yeah, there would be resistance right about here at 125.79. And there, it's just, you have your EMA 200 there too. So I'm not sure that this can be used as a point for retrace and invalidation of the linear regression topside. I'm not sure of that, but to me, it feels like it's going to be a rejection to come back and test your EMA 21 on the hourly at around 121.38 from 120, 126-ish, 127. So coin is saying 125 short. Yeah, you know what? Your target one is 120. Dude, same here. Same here. Literally what I just said. I'm thinking here short from 126, 127. Target of the EMA 21 at 121.10. Dude, we're literally at the same outlook here. If you're looking at 108 lows, yeah, combating the lows of the prior day, which is today, you know what I mean. So today's lows at 114.51, that would likely lead to the bottom side of the Lin Reg to be located right at around 109.110. So yeah, options, CoinFox, you and I are completely confluent. Perfect, my brother, perfect. So that is my analysis here on coin. Options is saying options market makers. Let's see. Well, guys, I am going to play Chipotle. I like what I'm seeing, dude. Tell me I was asking you how much is one of those contracts at the money? Say a biweekly or biweekly expiry. Oh man. The equivalent of 3,500 or $35,000 a contract. That's so much money. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, like what I would like. no joke, I'd be able to long like if I margin and I completely extend, I could long 2. Or long 2 puts. that would be you know, not wise. So I could technically, you know, trade 1. Damn. Oh, bro. Cause you know that's a dude. That's so yeah. That's mad money. Deep pocket. Pocket. All right. So yeah, remember team that tomorrow I am thinking that we have ARM in play. Also the continuation to the downside of PayPal, because historically speaking, it has continuation to the downside after a negative read or negative price action. Right? So, and Disney as well. Although I don't know if I'm probably not going to play Disney. I think we have better shot at first ARM and then PayPal, right? So these two are potentially continuation tickers here. The 5-minute time frame on ARM is already failing the SMA 50 and using the EMA 9 as a guide towards that downside. So there could be, you know, there could be a shot to that downside here. You never know. So CoinFox is saying 25 likes. Let's go. New highs for the week. We just broke resistance, my brother. So yeah, I'm thinking in play tomorrow would be this. And remember, we don't have anything coming up as far as pre-market earnings tomorrow, right? So we're going to be taking a look at the after hours earnings. I imagine tomorrow after our trading session. But I think that we should probably start closing shop here, right? So that we can get the East Coast people some rest. Damn, Candace Morrison saying, nice guys, please everybody hit that like button. I completely agree, team. Please consider hitting that like button so that you can help me finesse that algorithm. Right? Oh yeah. Hit it. DJ Arca. You see, guys? See what I'm telling you? That's the team right there, you guys. So if you want to join the mess here.
What he's trying to say is come make money with us. More money.
You guys heard it from OGG himself, team? You heard it from him. Oh, yeah. But yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody for coming out. I appreciate everybody for sharing this good time here. Lots of tickers that we evaluated, small caps and chips, right? I love what we did. Thank you guys for sharing this good time with me. If any questions or concerns, you know where to reach out to me. And please remember, try to reach out, join the Arca Bulls trading team, but remember to do it from your computer, not from your phone, as I don't think you'll be able to. But after you do, everything will be available through the phone. Okay, you guys, and you'll be able to come in here, chat with me. You'll be able to chat with the rest of the team and click a bunch of buttons of musical instruments and animals. All right. All right. So CoinFox saying peace out. YouTube family, join the room and let's get some money. Tarvuk, love you, buddy. Be safe. Be well. And let me just go ahead and sign out here, team, and get this thing on a roll. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. Never. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night. And I will catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios. Oh, yeah.